You ever feel like you're living in two completely different worlds? I mean, in one world, you are this total visionary, you're a creator, a light worker, and you have this incredible mission. But then there's this other world where you're just tangled up in a web of tech that absolutely refuses to cooperate. Well, today, we're talking about the person who builds that bridge between those two worlds.
Okay, let's just get right into it. Do you have this huge vision for your work, right? This amazing impact you know you're here to make, but you feel completely stuck. You sit down, ready to create, and bam! You're suddenly fighting with website glitches, these confusing automations, and what feels like 100 different logins that are all conspiring against you. Sound familiar? I thought so.
It's this massive, frustrating gap, isn't it? Over here, you've got your vision, which is all about flow and creativity and making a real connection. And then way over on the other side, you've got your tech, which just feels like this wall of glitches, total overwhelm, and honestly, just confusion. And that gap, that's where so many brilliant ideas go to die.
You know, this conflict between the visionary, that's you, and the machine is so real and it can be absolutely draining. But what if you didn't have to fight that battle all by yourself? What if there was someone who could translate between your creative soul and all that cold, hard code?
Wow. This right here, this is a real quote from a client, and it just hits you. Because it's a feeling so many of us know deep down. That feeling of wanting to just shut it all down when the tech gets to be too much. It's a real thing, and it's exactly where this story really begins.
So who is this guy, this translator we're talking about? Well, her name is Lynn Sagan. But to really get how she helps, you first have to understand her unique blueprint. See, she's not just some tech expert. She's what human design calls an investigator-explorer.
So what on earth does that actually mean? Well, think of it this way. The investigator part of her, that's the part that needs to build a super solid foundation. It digs in, it learns the systems, it understands exactly how things work from the ground up. But then there's the explorer side. That's her unconscious drive, this hunger for new experiences, for finding creative solutions. It's what makes her so calm and flexible, even when things get chaotic.
And this quote just nails it. It shows you exactly what happens when those two parts come together. Clients feel it right away. It's not just about fixing a bug, it's about understanding the energy behind the work. It's this unique blend of rock-solid tech skills and that intuitive spiritual support that really makes her a technology whisperer for lightworkers.
All right, so let's get practical. What does this tech chaos actually look like in the real world? Well, it usually pops up in a few key areas where visionaries get stuck the most.
First up, it often starts with the website. You know, this is supposed to be your digital home, but maybe it's just this cluttered design that doesn't feel like you anymore. Or worse, pages and buttons that just don't work.
Then you've got the automations. Oh boy, that email sequence you set up, 2 years ago? Yeah, it's now this tangled mess of spaghetti, tags and triggers and segments that nobody understands anymore, especially not you. It's actually working against you, not for you.
And oh, the scheduling scrambles. You're just trying to book your amazing clients, but your calendars refuse to sync, people are getting the wrong Zoom links, the whole thing is just more complicated than the actual work you're trying to do.
And finally, there's the branding issue. Your logo looks one way on your site, but it's totally different on your landing page. And then your emails have this whole other vibe. It feels disjointed, and you know that's not building the trust you want with your people.
So, this is where Lynn just comes in and brings order to all that chaos. She works with the tools you're probably already using. We're talking Wix websites, MailerLite or Constant Contact for your emails, Acuity for scheduling. She helps organize it all, streamline it, and make sure everything is talking to each other and working together seamlessly the way it was always supposed to.
But here's the thing. Her solution isn't just about fixing the code or clicking the right buttons in the right order. The real secret, her secret sauce, is in her unique process. It's how she does the work that makes all the difference.
A client once told her this, and it just perfectly captures her role. It's not about her swooping in and taking over. It's about being a supportive guide, literally holding your hand through the process so that you feel safe and capable. This slide really lays out her method. First, she creates a totally safe space. She gets that you're putting your soul's work on the line, and that takes a lot of trust. Second, she breaks it all down into tiny, manageable pieces. She has this great analogy about having a pile of Legos. Instead of being totally overwhelmed by building this giant castle, you just focus on connecting 1 or 2 little bricks at a time. And finally, she empowers you.
Her goal isn't just to fix the problem and walk away, it's to help you understand your own system so you feel way more confident long after she's gone. And this, right here, is the ultimate goal. When the tech is no longer a source of pain and frustration, you are free. All that energy you are burning just fighting with your website can now go right back into what you are actually put here to do, your soul's work.
So if any of this is resonating, if you feel like you are that visionary stuck behind a wall of tech, the path to getting help is actually really simple and clear.
It's really just 3 steps. First, you schedule a consultation using her Acuity scheduling link. Super easy. Second, right after you book, you'll get an email with an intake form. That way, she can understand what's going on before you even meet. And third, you have your meeting and you begin the journey of turning your technology from your biggest obstacle into your greatest ally.
So we'll just leave you with this final thought. Take a second and really imagine it. Imagine all your systems working together, in harmony, supporting your vision. Imagine feeling empowered by your tech instead of overwhelmed by it. What could you create then? What kind of impact could you really make if technology was finally, truly on your side?